all the appointees, then it stands. And it is to send their names to the... And then it's the rest of the assembly to screen and send back the names to him. Those they feel passed their screening and those they feel failed their screening. It is before, that one is before them, this assembly and the governor. And it's for the governor to choose, to decide if those ones they said have failed, if he will pass them and make them commissioners and swear them in, or he will not. So we must not try to usurp the power of His Excellency the Governor, Similai Fumara. That man has a good heart.
All right. Thank you. Good news. Magnus in Mount 3. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andrew.
All right. Good morning, Magnus.
Yes. Very quickly, I think the political quagmire we experienced in the state was as a result of the judiciary not being optimal in their decisions. And if judiciary were able to put things together in this state, then we shouldn't be talking all this we are saying. And I also say that if we continue to dig or we want to do the right thing, so many doors will be raised. I want to say that the governor should concentrate on things that will only quicken or better the lives of rural people. Any commissioner that is not fit into the system, that doesn't have the rural people's views and ideas, shouldn't be returned. Because we need peace in this state. A commissioner that will not be in the view of the governor, that will not do what the governor will ask him to do and he'll be doing another thing, shouldn't be welcome. So I want to appeal to the governor, whoever that is deemed fit to sustain the plan and the activities of river people should return. Because if we begin to dig out things, there's so many things will happen in this state. That's my own take this morning. Thanks so much for this morning.
All right. Emeka is in Elele. Good morning, Emeka.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I want to sincerely commend the governor of Rivers State, Similaye Fubara, for his courage of respecting Supreme Court judgment. According to Supreme Court judgment, they said there was no government in Rivers State as at then. What Okojumbo led speaker did was null and void, or the speaker or the board chairman. But even I want to ask you a question. What about those board chairmen that was approved by assembly, that they were suspended? Are they going to come back again?
Okay. The board chairman.
Yes, there was some board chairmen
that was screened by the... Okay.
They screened them, or they approved those AC that they have approved, and those board chairmen they have approved there. Are they going to come back again?
All right.
As the commissioners are coming back, those commissioners that was screened by assembly.
All right, Emeka. Like I said, first off, the numbers to call are 0817 923 0002. You can also call 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003 or 0817 923 0007. Those are the numbers you can call us with. Now back to your question, Emeka. It is within the discretion of the governor, because right now it's going to be a total reset. That's what it means. Though some of those board members were dissolved by the administrator at the time, even though many of them were screened appropriately by Martin Omamegbe as speaker at that time. And the comment made here by the governor while he was relieving commissioners would be, and public officers affected, was those that were affected by the Supreme Court judgment. And the Supreme Court judgment declared null and void anything that was done. Let's put it this way. The Supreme Court judgment recognized Martin Omamegbe as Speaker of the Rivers State House Assembly and all the lawmakers as the authentic members of the Assembly. So if that is the case, it means any other person or group of lawmakers by that judgment and whatever they did before that judgment would now be illegal, will be declared illegal. So it means that we have to do all those things again. However, those that did not fall in that bracket, which is where the conversation now lies, is totally within the decision of the governor. He's the one with the, what did they say, the knife and the yam. He's the one that would decide whether, okay, we're going to bring back these people, or we are going to, mix it up and move some people somewhere else, bring somebody else here. It's all going to be within his own powers to decide. Later, Barry from
one major thing that has to make a society grow is when we listen to instruction, obey court orders, and do the needful. I think now that Governor Kobra has hacking to the judgment of the Supreme Court, I think it will allow every anger to lie low. For me, I think that it does not mean, even if he has sacked all the commissioners, there are some in his own will that he can still look at and say, okay, these are people I can reappoint with the consultation of stakeholders in the state. I think that will always go well if he consults leaders in the state, because leadership is not only by one person. Even if you are the governor, you have to consult people and you listen to instruction too, advice. So I am in the position of Governor Kobra this morning to say he has done well by hearkening to the call or judgment by the Supreme Court.
Okay.
So that this state can both move forward, because without understanding, everybody will realize that yes, he has come to agree with the court and not disobeying the court.
All right.
That is where one of the problems comes from.
Let's go to JJ9 Rumibo. Thank you, Leitambari. JJ, please turn down the volume of your radio. Good morning.
The last time I checked, the governor didn't speak German language. He didn't also speak French. He spoke in clear English. Those people whose appointment violates the Supreme Court judgment should go. What is the Supreme Court judgment? That's the first question we ask ourselves. That Martin Samewule-led assembly is the authentic assembly, true or false? By implication, all those not cleared by Martin Samewule's assembly that are commissioners should go. It's as simple as ABC. Will he appoint some of them? Maybe, because at the end of the day, he has the decision to make. But then somebody, this one did this, so he should have dissolved everything, People don't know the importance of government and man-hour. These people, they have got clearance, they will start work immediately because there's no time to say no time. Then for the other people, if he wants to bring maybe some of them or bring everybody in, that is left for him. Oh, he should have done this, he should have done that. That doesn't call for it. The Supreme Court said whatever the other assembly did is null and void, and the governor has obeyed. What do we want? We know that this thing is headache. And somebody say, let's take paracetamol. You say, no, you can have taken antibiotics. Why? So I think we should just share whatever difference we have and cue into this renewed vigor that the governor is bringing in by Rivers First, so that everybody can grow together.
All right.
It doesn't call for all this plenty grammar.
I feel that the governor knows what to do. So let us allow him to decide on what to do. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. We'll take some of your messages on WhatsApp now. We have a lot of them. 0809-030-6416 is the WhatsApp number. Someone says, good morning, thank God ability here. The governor disengages commissioners affected by Supreme Court judgment. The governor should be allowed to choose his commissioners and choose those that will be loyal to him and the state. Good morning. The governor should reappoint or deny if he deems fit. After all, it is prerogative and should not be contested. It beams that came in from you. Good morning. This one says, This one says, I would advise that it's not here to rewrite a resignation letter to the assembly, just to massage their ego and lay the matter to rest. Peace Emeka from Ubeta. You sent in that one. Trying to get how many more seconds we have. Okay, Fubi says, Andrew, good morning. Martins declare amazing. Said Martins, the speaker should declare Edison's seat vacant. It doesn't work that way now. You can't just go and declare it. If he was not written to, he can't just say, "Oh, we're declaring it vacant." I think that's where the argument is, and that's why some people are saying he's still a lawmaker as things stand. This is Ifeami Andrew. Thank you very much. We wrap things up here. Take a commercial. 9 o'clock, World News. Jude comes in afterwards with Hello Port Harcourt. Good morning.
The show continues after this break.
Trust. Yes. How many of you trust your moms and your dads and your government and your girlfriends and your boyfriends? Most importantly, how many of you trust yourselves? And I'll tell you why. Nigeria Info, PH, that's where you find us on Facebook and on X. And then those of you who like WhatsApp, it's very popular here, right? WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. All right, these numbers, the last number is strictly for receiving, but to join the conversation, I'll give you the phone number 003. Once again, 0817-923-000, 0817-923-0007. Now, you have those information. Let me tell you why I am talking about this. Now, a few days ago, this was about 2 days ago, about a day plus ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just about, right? On the official handle of NAFDAC on X, as NAFDAC Nigeria, at NAFDAC Agency. To those of you who have X can go and check it out. It starts with this: list of withdrawn, suspended, and cancelled products as approved by NAFDAC. List of withdrawn, suspended, and cancelled products as approved by NAFDAC. And the communique reads, this is to inform the general public that the following products are approved for withdrawal, suspension, and cancellation by NAFDAC. They are therefore no longer permitted for manufacture, importation, exportation, distribution, advertisement, sale, and use within Nigeria. Now, please note that the certificate of registration of the product is set to be withdrawn when the use of the certificate of registration of that product is discontinued upon the request of the market authorization holder. And it says a bunch of others. But basically, these people, the people who used to market these products here and say, you know what, we're no longer doing this here. And as I said, we're going to withdraw, we're revoking, and we're also letting the public know so that just in case you get to see some interesting products that look like this, you shouldn't purchase them. Now, something similar to this happened earlier in the year when NAFDAC also gave a warning, right, to Nigerians about buying some products that had been deemed unfit for use in the UK, but somehow, and in the EU, but somehow found their way into the shores of Nigeria. There were soaps, there were deodorant products, and body lotion, right? Those things found their way, right, into the space that is Nigeria. And then I went out one night out of curiosity. This was sometime in February, right? I had a very banging headache, and I'd taken water, I'd slept, but it was still there. And it was a Sunday evening. And then when I walked out, not a registered pharmacist that I knew was in sight. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The regular Mama Nkechi, when they sell Panadol for that place, those stores, those patent drug stores were open. And then I tried to purchase, what I thought was a painkiller. And I looked at it very closely. The dates didn't quite match. The dates on the outside of the pack and the dates on top of the sachet I bought didn't quite match. And I politely told them, sorry, I'm not going to purchase them. But that was just me. What about you? That Mama Ekara, Mama Iyabo, Oga Doctor, nurse this, do you check the drugs? How trusting are you? And apart from those, even the very big companies, even the very big pharmacies that you go to, let's be very honest. Why do you trust pharmacist A or pharmacy A over B? Is it because pharmacy A has big lights, they have air conditioner, and then the person who is attending to you speaks very good English? Let's have a conversation, shall we?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-003 08179230002 08179230003. WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416. Why do you trust this pharmacist over her? How often do you check the products that you buy? Or because these people, they have AC and fine cars, usually parking there, that's why you regularly buy your medication from these individuals. How many of you have checked online to find out if NAFDAC has marked this particular product up? And I called out a few pharmacists back then who still had the products that were banned. I told them, NAFDAC just said, stop selling this thing. Please look at it here. Take it off your shelf. Richard is in Choba. Richard, good morning to you.
Yes, Richard from Choba, yes.
Richard, hello? Oh, dear. Wow, Richard, I am so sorry. It's a very, very vexing way to have your line severed. But do call back if you can. 92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, Mr. Jude, good morning.
Good morning to you.
If you ask why do we trust these people, the question is who should we even trust? Even the NAFDAC, you can't trust it.
Wow. You don't trust the agency?
Me, I don't trust NAFDAC. Do you know the corruption going on there? My brother, if you can have the money to certify any product without NAFDAC even going through the endemic effect of that product to the people, they will collect your money and give you a registration number. If you like full stone to swallow, give them money. They will register that stones for you.
That's very unfair towards an agency that is targeting saving our lives.
That is a problem. Why do you think Nigerians, a lot or some Nigerians prefer to go to church when they have the sickness than to go to the hospital? You thought they are mad?
Okay, so finally, because I have to go away, why do you choose a particular pharmacist or a pharmacy over another? What makes you trust them?
Because maybe over a period or over a time, their medicine or the product from them is effective.
Okay, we'll be back after this break.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info.
had a very interesting bout of rainfall, some lasting 2 to 3 days, and we hope it starts to abate. But hey, whatever up here say, expect rain throughout this morning up until 1:30 p.m. today. So, what would you be doing today? I hope you have an umbrella with you. If you don't, well, seek some shelter. But as we've had several times, sometimes we hear that the rain's going to be heavy and it doesn't come down. Maybe it's come down very heavily in Bonny or maybe across the ocean, but it doesn't get to us. But the point is, right now it's raining. Just looking outside, I can see the dark clouds. So you are very well advised to be mindful. Don't drive recklessly whilst you are outside this morning. Now, let's talk about trust. How many of you, when you go out medication, and you is in healthcare, others will say, well, it's a way of the government to wash its hands of the general well-being of its citizens. And then there's a third opinion on this. It is a way to make sure that the available medicines get to the very really needy people, right? Because if you were to have a scenario where before you are able to purchase a medication, you should come with a prescription from a doctor, that would mean those who are probably in a hoarder, just a hoarder down the road here, right, will probably not be able to purchase medication because how many doctors are in a hoarder? How many pharmacists will be there to, quote unquote, attend to those prescription pads from the doctors in a hoarder? So it's a very, very tricky situation that we are in. However, there is a bit that you as a Nigerian ought to do, which is to do your due diligence before you purchase a particular brand or a particular medication. That's where the NAFDAC certification comes through. However, over the years, there have been very strong criticism against NAFDAC and also against the other associate agencies who have not quite met up with their responsibility. The NAFDAC agency will tell you, well, it's doing its best considering the resources in terms of manpower and finances it has at its disposal. So people have faked NAFDAC certification. People have fake NAFDAC numbers to sell drugs, to sell other substances within the Nigerian territorial borders. Some of you love to purchase it. Some of you have not a single qualms or care. Some will say, my brother, don't leave, don't mind all these things. This drug, I don't buy them, they work. Yeah, you can have the argument. It's the same argument people have when they say, Jude, you like to buy bola and fish. Have you checked if that woman who is selling there has met NAFDAC certification? After all, it says the National Administration for Food and Drug Control, aka rice and beans, aka they're in charge of your oil, whether it's palm oil, soya oil, or your olive oil. It doesn't matter. They are meant to be in direct responsibility for those items. But Nigerians now are being heralded as fact checkers. People go around to check facts. How many of you are? How trusting are you of that medication? So it got so bad that you don't have some drug manufacturers